In this set of videos, we're going to take a look at writing up your program review for instruction for the 2022 cycle. And we'll take a look at accessing the eLumen website and checking or verifying your role in there, because that can affect what you actually see within eLumen. We'll take a brief look at the curriculum mapping of your outcomes for your program. For the third part, we will take a look at modifying the program goals within eLumen, and if you don't have any, I'll also show you how to get those program goals within the system. And those goals and the curriculum mapping from step 2 are going to be used for this fourth part here with the strategic initiative template, where we are actually writing our program review within the eLumen software. And you can see that there are 4 sections that I'll go through in one of the videos. And then the very last thing we'll take a look at is the process that we're going to be using for our resource request this year. The first thing that we'll take a look at is accessing the eLumen website and checking your role within the software. From the Merced College website, there is an easy way to sort of get to some of the sites that will be used for the program review. If you want to, you can use the search window over here and do program review. Otherwise, if you click on the faculty staff link over here, what you can see is there's 2 links over here. One is this eLumen one, and then the other is the assessment overview. And just to show you on the assessment overview, this is where we have a lot of information related to program review and outcomes assessment. And if you go through, you can see some of these resources and helpful links. And if you go there in the future, you'll see that this has been updated, because the coming soon is the video that I am actually making right now. Also, I did want to point out that on this we do have a couple of worksheets that you can use. You can download these files and work on writing your program review for instruction in a Word document, and then have all of that in one location and cut and paste it into eLumen. Just in case you run into any problems, you will always have these worksheets available to download. We also have our goals and action plan worksheet, which is part of the program review process within eLumen. And then the last file here is the resource allocation spreadsheet, which we're going to be using this year because the budget tools in eLumen still don't quite collect enough information for us to use when we go through the resource allocation process at Merced College. The other thing I will point out on the program review site here is we do have a program review library. And if you click on that, you can see that we have all of the program reviews that have been submitted over the past years are linked in this library here. So if you need to pull up previous ones, you can find them, and you can see that a variety of different years are in here, and sometimes the goals and additional supporting documents are included. So again, if you need to look in the program reviews for past ones, you can always look in the program review library. Back to the original one that I got to by clicking on the faculty and staff link up here, and if we click on this link with eLumen, that'll take you to the eLumen site, and you use your normal login that you would use to access your account for your email or other things through Merced College. Most faculty will default to this sort of screen, and we want to check your role, and that's shown up here. You can see my name, and then I have a drop-down menu where I can choose a variety of different roles. Not everybody is going to have access to all of these roles. This is something that you will need to check and make sure, because especially the area coordinator role gives you access to some of the different tools. But the normal tools that are available for faculty is you can access your SLO and assessment, you can access the curriculum database, the results explorer is available. People tend not to use that. And then the thing that we're going to be playing around with a lot in these videos is this strategic planning tool. This is where we're actually writing our program reviews. Take a look at the strategic planning tab here. You can see that we have a previous program review for biology instruction, because I am in the biology department in eLumen, and also the newest template for writing up the program reviews for 2022. So this is the one that you want to look for. If you do come in and reset this to program review, you will pull up a bunch of these extra things. Please stay away from these this year, because if people make modifications to this parent copy, it does change the template for everyone. I'm not sure why we have access to it, but please do go down here to access your program review template in order to make changes. And I did also want to just show in this introductory video that if you change your role here, some of these do change around. Notice the strategic planning tab that was over here on the right moved over, and eLumen says they did this just so people are aware that they're not at that faculty screen, that now they are under the area coordinator screen. Topic I just briefly wanted to cover in this video has to do with curriculum mapping. Switch back over to the Merced College Assessment website just to show you that, again, there are some tools available for looking at some of these things. And you can see if we go back to the original cycle back here, there is a video on curriculum mapping, but I'll just briefly show you some examples to refresh your memory. Look under our faculty role under that strategic planning, you'll see nothing for curriculum mapping here, and you would think to go under curriculum or maybe SLOS and assessment, but it turns out if you have the faculty role, you're not going to be able to do the curriculum mapping. So for this, I'll show you, switch over to the area coordinator role again, and if we look under the SLOS and assessments tab in eLumen, there is a new tab opens up that isn't available as your role as faculty. So if you don't have access to this, please send me an email and we can modify your role and give you access as an area coordinator. And so if we look at our curriculum map, we can pull this up and choose a variety of different programs. So I'm just going to set this over here to biology again. And if we look under that reset my organization, and if you go down here, you can see now we can choose from a variety of different degrees. And if I pull this up, it will pull up the program student learning outcomes, or program SLOS, for the biology program right here along the top, and then the list of courses that we have available over here on the side. So you can see there's a variety of different courses available, including ones that are within the discipline of biology, but also the other courses, the core courses that are required in order to earn your degree or certificate. And you can see there's a variety of chemistry classes. You will also find some math classes and some physics classes. These are classes that we're saying students need to learn the material in these classes in order to demonstrate that they have earned that biology degree. So we need to go through this process here and take a look at where are the students getting exposed to these kinds of outcomes? Where are they picking them up? And they're picking them up in the courses. So if we look at this, we can say this first outcome for the biology degree matches this outcome that students are learning in this Bio 4A class. So we can click on that. And now within the system, the database is going to take, anytime we do an assessment of this particular outcome in the course, it's going to take that data and use it and sum up any course that has this match right here, is going to use that data to analyze the natural world. So the program outcome, the students can pick it up in this course right here. And you can see we also have another one down here in the Bio 4B class. So the data from both of these classes, the assessment data, can be used to demonstrate that the students are picking up this knowledge about analyzing the natural world from these courses that are out there. So again, you want to go through and just indicate which classes the students are picking up the knowledge, skills, and abilities that demonstrate that they have actually satisfied our requirements for them to earn our degree. And one thing I will point out is if you have a class where there are no green boxes right here, this sort of raises a flag, because if you think about it, you're saying the students need to demonstrate the knowledge, skills, and abilities that are listed along this top row. That's what we're saying they should be able to demonstrate they can do in order to earn that biology degree. Well, if you have a class with no green check marks in here, what you're telling them is you have to take this course, but this course isn't going to give you any information related to this. We don't have any analysis going on to show that. So you would want to make sure that you go in and look at the outcomes for the course and think about, why are we requiring students to take this course if they aren't picking up any knowledge, skills, or abilities that would match up with our program outcomes. That I will point out, and more than likely the reason why there was no green boxes here, is notice that you can see this outcome for the Bio 4A class has been active since May of 2021. So more than likely this outcome has changed over the time since it was first mapped, and so the original map that was there has been lost. So it's always worth, anytime you're doing your program review, to go back into this curriculum mapping part of the software and verify that the links you've made between your course outcomes and your program outcomes are still valid and they are still going to work. The other thing I will point out is, if you see this blue line right here, this is just where the software is indicating the title for the class is. So no idea why you can put green marks, but if you have green marks, what you're indicating then is the title for this class matches the outcome for the program. So we should not see any green marks in the blue boxes here. You should only see them in the white boxes. So again, if you have questions about the curriculum mapping, please don't hesitate to contact me, and we can go through this process. Hopefully, from this original initial video here, you now can see how to access the eLumen website and check your role, and you can also see the curriculum mapping. And again, remember, there is a little bit more detail in the curriculum mapping video that is available on the Merced College Program Review and Outcomes Assessment website.